Previous speakers are politicians. They have a deeper understanding. I'm just a scholar. I have researched and studied democracy for a couple of decades. So I briefly talk about my understanding. My thinking is that the Western world's understanding of democracy is too narrow and doesn't keep up with the times and does not absorb the great theoretic innovations of other countries. So I just want to mention one thing that is a characteristic of Chinese democracy, that is the lying of the masses. So why is it an enrichment of the idea of democracy? We can do a comparison. There's a keyword in Western democracy, and it's participation. This is a word that I created. So by juxtaposing these two concepts, we can see the differences. By participation, it emphasizes the fact that decision makers make the decision. The public have the right to influence me. This is participation. Ballot is one of the forms of such participation. So the ideal way of democracy is extensive participation. However, the reality is very different. These are studies from Western world. In fact, the participation in Western countries are obviously unequal. Those with resources, they participate extensively. However, those without resources, they participate rarely. So unequal participation leads to unequal representation, and unequal representation leads to unequal influence. So that's why the policies that ensued cannot reflect what the people think. So what about the participation of the masses or of the public? In fact, it's just the opposite. It requires that the candidates must go into the people and mingle with the people. So this is what we say in China, in Chinese, coming from the people and going back to the people. Okay, the two sessions, we know that the MPC just concluded. In fact, we only focus on the National People's Congress, but in fact there are different levels of People's Congresses in China, totaling 2.6 million deputies. And we can see that if we do an analysis of the structure of these 2.6 million people, we can see that the structure is very much in line with the structure of population in China. In 1923, when China discusses future political system, it has been proposed that China's National Assembly should be different, and that it shouldn't last long and convene only a couple of times a year, and they must represent the entire populace. And it is the same today. Our MPC, our People's Congress delegates come from the people. Not only these delegates, but our leaders come from the people as well. For example, President Xi Jinping. So, since he became a central leader in 2008, he has spent 40 years working at different levels. So he spent several years at every level, at the county level, municipal level, metropolitan level, or the provincial level, and it is the same with the other Chinese leaders of the Politburo Standing Committee. So this is largely the same criteria for becoming a leader in China. Just you have to come from the people and you have to go back to the people. There are different forms, of course, like holding seminars. We say in Chinese research and studies. But the Chinese has a deeper connotation because it requires the leaders to go to the front line, and these people, these leaders, these officials, when they visit the front line, when they visit the villages or the local communities, they are also required to, for example, share the same table and live and to work with the people. In China, we value these research very much. We know the poverty alleviation campaign. During this campaign, President Xi visited 24 poverty-stricken villages himself. In 2023, President Xi paid a visit to 12 provinces and cities, and so as we speak, President Xi is in Hunan now doing his research and studies. And there is a clear requirement for ministerial officials. There should be no fewer than 30 days of such studies, and no fewer than 60 days from city level and county level leaders and officials. From 2012 to 2020, there's more than 3 million first secretaries and officials staying at villages. So this is what we value, coming from the people and going back to the people. This logic is different from that of the Western style participation. That's why I have coined this word. I hope it can become popular. Thank you very much.